Some of the people that I follow in the gaming industry were having a discussion about back pain and alleviating some problems they were having from sitting in a chair all day, which got me thinking. I have a lot of experience in movement preparation, learning about how the body moves and making sure that my body feels good on a day-to-day basis based on what I'm doing. And I have some quick tips and tricks that I thought I would put on YouTube in really small doses to give you maybe a little insight into how to manage some of that stuff yourself. So first thing first, let's talk about low back pain. A lot of people assume that lower back pain is just from sitting, and it's the stretching the actual muscles in the back will alleviate some of that. When in reality, a lot of lower back pain or just stiffness in general, when you're sitting for a long time, is caused by other areas of your body being tight, namely your quads, the front of your legs, and your hips. So I have two quick stretches that you can do every single day. You can do it in the morning and then at night before you go to bed. And over a good amount of time, a couple months, you should see a huge loosening of those lower back muscles and your hips and your quads as well, and just generally feeling a little bit better. So without further ado, let me just hop right into them. The first thing first is let's stretch out your quads. I recommend doing each leg for 1 minute at a time and just kind of sitting in the stretch as long as possible. You can use a wall or a chair, or right now I'm using an ottoman. You can see Donnie is on the ottoman and he got off for us very nicely. An ottoman like this, some sort of pad to put your knee on. You could just roll up a towel, literally anything. But I happen to have these pads that are actually specifically made for this. So what I do is put my leg up. It's about the length of my lower leg too, so this is actually a perfect height. You sit kind of forward, and what you want to do is get your hip flexor as moving forward as much as possible. So I'm not even straight up and down, which means my quads are extremely tight. I'm very quad dominant, but you can just kind of get into this 90 degrees situation and kind of just lean forward and feel that stretch along the front of this leg that is down. Hold that for a minute, switch to the other side, switch back. I would recommend doing a minute on each side twice, and then doing that whole thing twice a day. The second stretch you can do, and a lot of people know this from physical education class if you're in the United States, is the pigeon stretch. No idea why it's called pigeon, never seen a pigeon do this, but the pigeon stretch is very easy. You go down, you can go on all fours, cross one leg over, try to get it as close to 90 degrees as possible. Obviously, if that hurts, you can come into a little bit of get that heel a little closer to your back leg. But you want to lean into the front side and feel a stretch among the outside of your hip, your butt, and the back of your upper hamstring. All of that stuff is connected, and try to lean into it. Your goal is to try to get this whole backside of your leg flat against the ground. Obviously, my hips are very tight as well. These are problem areas for me, so I'm coming from a place of experience here. Again, 1 minute here, 1 minute on the other side. Switch back and forth and do that whole thing. You can do everything we just talked about twice a day, morning and night, and within a few weeks I bet that back pain starts to alleviate. Thanks, guys.